So we have a new moon in Gemini today. Let's pull some tarot about it. This new moon is supposed to be a really, really special one. It's supposed to be like a turning point new moon in the year. It's supposed to be very impactful for the mutable signs, and then also for like Cancer risings and prominent Cancer placements, which I'm a Pisces Sun, Pisces Venus, Pisces Mercury, Pisces, so much Pisces, and then I have a Cancer rising, so, and a Gemini moon. So I'm excited to see, what this new moon has in store for us, and I'm excited to see what kind of advice we get today. The summary of this reading, the energy in it, is that you convinced yourself that happiness has to come at a price and joy has to come at a price. And so for the past several years, pretty much your entire life, as you were manifesting joy and happiness into your life, you were also manifesting the price that you would have to pay for it. And here recently, the universe has been showing you it doesn't have to come at a price. And because of that, you had to go through a period of darkness where you had to release all of the darkness and all of the strife and prices having to be paid from your life in order to step into this joyous era. So let's dig into it. So if you're aligning with this reading, if this reading is for you, which I hope it is, because genuinely I'm like, everyone should be claiming this because the energy here is good. But if you're aligning with this, you're somebody who has been through like one burden after another, specifically around finances. You're somebody that here recently, especially like over the past year, 2 years, maybe even 3, it's like you cannot catch a break. Like the more money that you make, the more money you have to spend. And I feel like that is a little bit on society. They've taught us that lesson that like, be careful wishing for more money, because the more money you have, the more you have to spend. And it's like, it doesn't have to be like that. It does not have to be that way. And that is sort of what this process has been, is like the unlearning around it doesn't have to be that way. But also like money does not buy happiness. And even though we know that and we're taught that as a society, it's like that's still ingrained in us that, but if I could just make a little bit more money, if I could have a little bit more money, if I could do a little bit more with my finances, then I'd finally be happy and stress-free. It's not like you were just sitting there and waiting for something to fall in your lap. Like you were genuinely trying. You were trying your best to find new ways to bring in abundance, to bring in money and things like that. And you really put it all on you. And every single time that you thought you found a new journey or a new path to start on, it's like it ran into a dead end. It ran into like a place where it just brought you more financial struggle. It's like you'd make an investment that you're like, this is it. This is the thing that's going to get me out of the hole, get me out of the struggle, out of this time. And you would just run into having to spend more money, or the investment you made would fall through, which wasted your time, which at the end of the day wasted your money. But that's all about to change, because if you look right here, these are the things that this guy right here, this person right here, these are the investments that poured out. But there's a few things that he passed by, and I think it's because he just wasn't quite ready for them, or he had to learn a few more lessons before he could recognize like, oh hey, there it is, and this is where we are now. The thing is that you have put yourself a little bit on a high horse. You had kind of like put yourself up there, and you thought that you weren't playing into or taking on things that you detested in other people. You thought, I'm confident, I'm not narcissistic, or I'm ambitious, I'm not big-headed, or I'm not overconfident, and things like that. And people would still see like those like traits in you, like they saw you as cocky, or they saw you as always confident or overconfident, and you're like, no, I'm actually a very humble person. I'm fine with admitting whenever I'm wrong, I'm fine with these things, I'm fine with that. And the thing is that, one, that's not all on you. When you generate an aura or an energy of I'm confident in myself and my abilities and I love myself, people who are insecure with themselves, they're not going to understand that. But what you want is to have an aura that those people that have insecurities, as long as they're ready for it, you want to have an aura that sets them free. You want to have an energy that sets them free, that doesn't threaten them, that says like, I love myself and I'm confident in myself and you can too, you know? And so the thing is that it's not your fault. It's not on you at all. Like people's insecurities are not your responsibility. But all that to say, there's just been a few things that have not been adding up in your energy, in your aura, that makes it get misinterpreted as cocky, as a narcissistic, as whatever else. And so what you're wanting is people to look at you with gratitude and almost praise and worship, but not because of the fact that you deserve to be praised and worshiped, which you do, but because people are going to be grateful for you, or grateful to you, for you showing them that they are also worthy of being praised and worshiped. Like we all are. When we're living our authentic selves, when we're being our most unique self, when we're encouraging to ourselves and others, we deserve that in return. And that is the energy that you need to be exuding. And that's the energy you've been trying to exude and what you thought you were exuding. But there were some things within yourself that were sort of limiting your beliefs that you didn't realize. Like you thought, oh, these are just my insecurities and anxieties. They're not real. They're not this. They're not that. And you were able to work past them. And that's great, but they were still weighing you down. They added up over time. And so this little time period between through the financial struggle sadly has been meant to break you down and make you look at those anxieties and those insecurities in the face, make you look at the situations that you fear most happening, things you never thought you'd have to go through. You had to face them because you had to, in order to get to a place where you could look at them in the face and say, hey, you're not scary to me anymore. In fact, I love you and I hope you heal. And directing that energy inward, because you need to be in a place where you're in full love of yourself, including your fears, including realistic fears that could happen to you. Fears that you say, if this happened to me, I would die. For lack of a better way to put it, if this happened to me, I just could not go on. You had to go through that. You had to see what that was in order to be set free from that fear, because that fear was holding you back. See, you were in a place where you were wanting to have your cake and eat it too. You were wanting to benefit from the systems that you no longer believed in. You wanted to be filthy rich and be able to spend money freely and climb the corporate ladder and work your way up in what it is that your career is, but also say, oh, capitalism sucks, or this job is terrible. Why do the rich do this, and so on and so forth. And you were making it up, you were making up for it by saying, you know what, one day I'll be rich enough to pay for people's this, or to do this, or to donate to charity, or to do these things. And it's that's great and all, but what makes you think that you're not going to just lose sight of it all the same way that other rich people have? And so you had to go through this hardship. So that way it was ingrained in your brain, ingrained in your soul. That way, when you do get to that place one day, you will never forget. You will never let it go. You will always remember, I was once here, so I cannot in good conscience just benefit from the systems that put me in that place. I may be in a much better place now, but I'm in the better place to change it. I am in a better place to change the place I'm in. I'm in a better place, and I've climbed this ladder to destroy the ladder. That's what your energy is now needing to be faced toward. And just in case you weren't aware, you've exited that period. You're in the aftermath of that period now, where you have all this clarity and you have almost this new softness to you that your soul was missing before. And because of that, you're entering this space in this era where you are going to be capable of calming the most savage of beasts. You are in a place where you are about to be able to sing and just hypnotize people with your loving energy. And it's going to inspire people to start loving themselves authentically, but not just love themselves authentically, love each other authentically. You are about to be able to sing truths to people and have them receive them in a way that no one has ever been able to do before. And you're only able to do that because you had to go through it. You had to go through a place where you had to be soft and you had to be patient and you had to almost sing yourself out of those situations. And so now you're in a place where you're about to be able to do that to others. Now the financial abundance that is about to come to you, it's about to come to you very quickly. That's what the sign of Gemini is all about. It's all about rapid change, rapid movement, rapid plot twists, and things like that. And that's what this is. But the reason why is because you're finally in a place where you're allowing your emotions, your world, your dreams, the things that you crave in life, you're allowing that to go hand in hand with your finances and with the money that you want to acquire. You're in a place where you want to finally start living for what it is that you want to do in life, the things that fulfill you, and want money to come to you because of that. And you're no longer afraid to tell people, this is what I want to do. These things coming to an end and things leaving your life that have left your life, even though they left in heartbreak and heartache over the past I'd say year, even though they left in painfully, it is no coincidence that they left and now you have such clarity. It was all meant to happen, and that is what is now going to be bringing in so much financial abundance for you and financial opportunity for you. You could not have those things before, not only because you didn't know how to handle them, but you couldn't have them and still have people around you that would immediately snatch it from you. But now that all of it has left you, you are finally in a place where you are not running from things, you are running toward happiness and just happiness. So congratulations. If this message aligns with you, it will find you, and if it doesn't, keep scrolling. It costs $0 to mind your own business. Have an awesome day.